always tell the truth no matter what. Like I've said this before, but listen, when I say it will, it does. Like, watch the change in your life that comes with you just telling the truth and being honest. Watch. Like, you gotta practice, right? Because it is hard at first, especially because remember, a lot of the stuff we do, a lot of the habits that we have aren't self-given. Like, they're because of the way we grew up, our families, generational practices, right? Like, without talking about curses and trauma, you can think about just how a generational practice is going to affect your family, because if your family always did something, if your parents always did something, they're naturally going to teach you that, right? So like I think that's just an easy way to understand how things pass on generationally, because like you learn from your parents and they learn from their parents and they learn from their parents. So of course you're going to do things that your generations have done. Without going too deep into the things of the generational traumas and stuff that we talk about sometimes, but just generational practices, like people just lie. Actually, I watched an old video about, I mean, where Tabitha Brown was explaining how, like in the times of slavery, a lot of people had to be quiet about what they saw because obviously they could get in trouble by their masters. I mean, it's stuff like that. Like, those practices of like those of us who have ancestors who were slaves, those practices then just go away. So it might not be your fault, but it is your responsibility to heal. Nobody can heal for you. So if you just say, "Oh, it's not my fault. I'm not gonna deal with it," then you're just accepting the fact that you're always gonna be that way. That's silly. So you have to do something about it, and that's breaking the generational curses. Wow, I wasn't gonna go there, so I guess that's what the people need to hear. But just always tell the truth, and always and break those curses. Just always like keep, and if you can't, like, sometimes saying nothing, sometimes silence is the best thing you can do. like but it will come back to you. Every action comes back to yo. Actually sit down and think about it. Like how every like it's just the law of the land. Everything comes back to you. Everything. You better do right, man. And listen, I'm like, can I just be honest here? I'm speaking from experience, and like I'm not perfect, and that's why I know. I love you.